What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, my microphone is fully charged. I charged it last night, all night last night. So anyway, so in this video, we're gonna be going over more comments because I saw more comments on here, and so we're gonna go over them real quick here. So, yeah. So Stephen Golden shared this on September 5th, writing, Carlsbad can't be crazy enough to elect Blake Spears. He can be blatantly aligned campaign chief to city council. Can they? Sure hope not. So I agree with the this right here, and also right here. But calling Blake Spear a anyways, I just agree with the Yimby part of it, calling this guy right here, 25-year-old, a Yimby. I agree with that, calling him a Yimby. So we're gonna reread the comments over so we can catch up. So if you didn't watch that previous other videos, go check them out. But also we're gonna be starting off with the first comment and go down, even though I already read all these. You already read all these as well, along with me in the video. So 78 comments. It's crazy, right? So Stephen Golden writes, how does a 25-year-old with no experience be selected to the planning commission? Something sticks in Denmark. Diane B writes to Stephen Golden saying, I know, an almost 25-year-old D2 District 2 resident who thinks he isn't someone she would ever vote for, and he doesn't represent many of the Carlsbad 25-year-olds. And by the way, I'm 27. Or I'm 27. I turned 27 in November. Cal turns 3 years old in November. I turned 27 in March this year. My birthday is in March. And then Cassandra Tompkins writes this, saying, to my knowledge, so Cassandra Tompkins writes, to my knowledge, he has never held a job, but has been very involved in politics. Everything on his resume has been about politics or the Democratic Party. Oh, I am wrong. He has been a baseball umpire for a youth league. He said somewhere that the job helped him prepare for the planning commission. Please tell me that isn't the reason that Councilmember Teresa Costa recommended Sibilico for the planning commission, baseball umpire, maybe parks and recreation, but not the planning commission. So yeah, so basically what Cassandra Tompkins is trying to get at here is that look, if he really was a baseball umpire, then he should have been selected to be Parks and Recreation Commission, not Planning Commission, right? So Parks and Recreation, if that really is true about him. So anyway, Stephen Golden writes, Cassandra Tompkins saying Carlsbad needs to make sure Costa is never elected to any office again, which, by the way, Teresa Costa is doing a very good job on city council, and I can't wait to go to her campaign kickoff tomorrow. I'm super duper excited. Can't wait to go to Terry Lawson Rummers today. Just in a few hours, so I am super excited. So after this video, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready so I can be ready to go when my friend picks me up. So anyway, so yeah, and then my good friend writes, saying, Diana Gore writes, Stephen Gold is saying Acosta has done an amazing job and she'll keep her seats. Wow, there's like a lot of replies here. Whoa. Okay, so then Diane B writes, seems no one cares that he's running despite him trying to create a lot of hoopla around it, pretending that he's an elected official. Hope Nelson writes, how does anyone figure no one cares? All of how many people in this thread so far, and it's no different anywhere else. Diane B writes to Hope Nelson saying he's somewhat of a non-entity and trying so hard to be relevant, not many likes on his post anywhere except the same few people. Hope Nelson replies, so it's Hope Nelson and Diane B. So I'm just not going to read both their names. It's just back and forth right now for a little bit. Also the same few people posting here too. Facebook likes or not are very small microcosm, not a big enough sampling, no matter IMO. It's not just Facebook. He got a lot of exposure with the wrong picture text. Someone asked him if it was campaign stunt. It's thought, since he was otherwise being ignored. Time will tell, of course. Hopefully people won't support a densifier on steroids, ready to sell his soul to building industry and developers just because he has a D by his name as a Democrat. Got it, Diane. It's the Democrat thing just because done. If he were an R, right? So if he was a Republican with a horrid platform, it would be equally ridiculous for a Republican to support him. Supporting a candidate strictly due to political party, despite their disastrous plans to destroy one's community, doesn't seem wise to me, in my opinion, of course. Sorry, my eyes are really watery right now, guys. Hold on. Of course, I'm wearing my badge today. Today's event, also tomorrow as well. I just can't wear it at my center's events right now. I'm allowed right now this year to wear it at like political events right now, because that's fine. To my center, it's just my center mentioned to me this year, San Diego Pride, that I just I just can't wear it to any of our events right now. So not until next year. So for today and tomorrow I can wear it. So I'm more than welcome. I was never told to take it off at any political events. At the city council. And then when part of my center was there, they never told me to take my badge off. They're just concerned that around the pride events, in particular, just pride events, I can't wear it right now. Not until next year. Not until next year. At some point. So not until next year, but only for the rest of this year I can wear it at our political events like today and tomorrow. So like today, tomorrow at both parks for the campaign kickoffs, to both campaign kickoff events. Today for Tara Lost Remember, and then tomorrow for Teresa Costa. So I will be wearing it to that. So anyway, so yeah, I'm super excited to go, and I can't wait to wear my badge. Anyway, so yeah, so Hope Nelson writes, well, it doesn't matter. Anyways, so she writes, you and I clearly disagree on the value of housing or young people, housing or our teachers, our firefighters, our service workers in our own community. The conversation has been had before. I don't like how the legislation has been written, as there are too many holes and not enough of what our community really needs housing. But I do believe in the movement to create a community that is not exclusive to the wealthy. Isn't that how Carlsbad used to be? As Kevin has rightly pointed out, the actual legislation has barely impacted Carlsbad. It's the monstrous, like the Packard building, that offend me. That's a conversation about our property owners' rights. How do you stop that? The cities did not meet their own needs for the most part. So the states stepped in Carlsbad, could be doing more, not perfect solution unless you know something no one else does. P.S. I don't see anyone who cares with me in total, and I will not ever vote for anyone in the party that today represents authoritarian government, is against women's rights, and promotes discrimination and anti-Semitism. And please don't tell me there are good Republicans who don't believe what I just said. If their party has been taken over, if their party has taken over and doesn't represent their values, they should leave it. So basically, what I want to say real quick is that, look, like I've said before, you know, our new Carlsbad mayor, Keith Blackburn, is the only decent Republican we have at all. North County, San Diego. He's the only decent Republican, and I can say that over and over and over again. So basically, what I want to say, Hope Nelson, if you're watching this, is that look, Keith Blackburn is the only decent Republican we have. And what I mean by that is especially when he was being the only Republican adult in the room back in July, when Melanie Burkholder wanted to bring up the Confederate flag, wanted to bring up the NRA flag, wanted to bring up the straight pride flag, the Christian flag, and so forth, right? And so when Melanie Burkholder wanted to bring those flags up, guess what Keith Blackburn did? Besides Carolyn Luna, Democrat, Teresa Costa, Democrat, Prabha Patel, Democrat, guess what our new mayor, Keith Blackburn, did? Shut her down. Shut Burkholder down to no end, saying, look, no, we're done talking about it. We're done. It's over with. No more. And no more talking about flying whatever flag you want outside of City Hall. Especially because, look, Ms. Burkholder, this is her first term. This is her first year on City Council. And so, because she got all upset and in a tizzy, all because we got it passed finally 3-2 to fly the pride flag in July. It was a little bit too late in July, but we finally got it to be flown. And so she wanted to get all upset over that. And I saw one of my stickers here that I don't know where I want to put it yet, but you know, she's being the only decent Republican, and you know, it's really sad. You know, when we have people like that, trying to put my key on my table. But she's the only decent Republican, and I mean, not decent. Sorry, he's the only decent Republican. She is not a decent Republican. Sorry, I'm just like so tired right now, but I'm still gonna get ready in a little bit to go to our event. Go to this event. So anyway, so basically what I'm trying to get at is that, look, she is not somebody who should represent District 1. And the person that should represent District 1 is none other than Sam Ward or Corey Schumacher, because those two lovely individuals are the only ones. And so yeah, so let's continue reading on. I'll be putting on my Ultra watch, my Apple Watch Ultra, and I'm gonna be wearing a nice band today. I'm gonna be wearing my Gucci Mickey band, Gucci Mickey Mouse Gucci watch band today and tomorrow. Anyways, let's continue reading on. So Diane writes to Hope saying, the current and future plans to densify Carlsbad won't increase the supply of affordable homes for our young people, and saying that I disagree on housing our kids, service workers, and first responders is not a fair assumption. There is zero proof that allowing developers to plunder neighborhoods and build giant ugly plexes is going to improve housing supply. It'll make developers rich, but won't help the rest of the community. Additionally, no allowance for requiring developers to provide infrastructure leaves taxpayers on the hook for improving the streets, etc., while the developer pays nothing. Carlsbad has done a lot to try to increase housing supply. They have done way more than Encinitas, Del Mar, and other local communities. We have exceeded the state requirements for years. Now the state, consisting of Scott Weiner and his developer pals, wants to create draconian requirements that most cities won't be able to meet. It is appalling that what Carlsbad has done won't matter. When a bureaucrat will step in and claim it isn't enough. Residents won't win when these developers and uh, gentrifiers, I can't even read that word, take over neighborhoods. Have residents benefited from that happening in the barrio? Not at all. It has destroyed a neighborhood. It is and its character. I guess all the concern about preserving CEQA also goes out the window. Both Scott and Kevin want to decimate CEQA so much for fighting for it during Caruso. I didn't say there are good Republicans and bad Democrats, but voting for horrible people just because they have a D by their name and vilifying others because they have R is how we have voted in some incredibly awful people who would be happy to tax most of us out of the state. And it's shocking to me the apologies you are making for this terrible candidate. It is early, and I hope others step in. Now, what I'm going to jump in real quick and say is, so starting last year, I think those of us that stepped in, like exactly what Diane B is saying. Look, what we did last year in November for the mayor position of here in Carlsbad, we didn't vote based on the D or R, right? So as far as mayor goes, the only two options were either we elect Keith Blackburn, a Republican, and we take him from being from District 2 seats and him getting up and out of that chair and moving over to the middle of the table into the mayor's seats, or we keep Keith Blackburn and they vote for somebody else, those in the district, and have Mike Curtin in that seat, who's not a Democrat but claimed to be a Democrat, to try to lure us all of us Democrat voters. Sorry, I mean, we did all of our homework, and we decided in the end to vote for Keith Blackburn because he's a decent Republican. So basically, after so many of us, all of us that voted for Keith Blackburn, we did the right thing. It doesn't matter anymore, I don't think, anymore. Okay. Now, to be honest, like, we did a lot of homework, and we decided in the end, look, if we voted for Mike Curtin just because there was a D in front of his name, or next to his name, I mean, it would have been a disaster because we did a lot of homework, and we found out all this horrible stuff that all these horrible people that Mike Curtin is taking pictures with. And so we decided in the end to vote for Keith Blackburn because, one, he's been on city council for decades. Two, he's done a lot of community work outside of politics. And, also, he's he's been mayor pro tem, and for a little while, for a few years, and we all know him. We've all, even us Democrat voters in Carlsbad, we've all come to know Keith Blackburn and like him. I mean, we like him now more so after that July meeting, because what he did is the right thing. What now Mayor Keith Blackburn did at that July meeting for the flag thing, right? For Melanie Burkholder's disgusting flag thing or whatever, right? So Keith Blackburn definitely stepped up his game and stepped up, and being the only adult Republican in the room, to be honest, because what Melanie Burkholder needs to understand is that she's got 3 more years. So after this year is over with, she's got 3 more years. 1, 2, 3, 3 more years. And if she doesn't want to see a rainbow flag flown outside City Hall, for the month of July, then she needs to step down. Because what me and another Carlsbad resident did by mentioning, look, we're calling for your resignation, because she's gonna get upset. She's gonna get upset all over rainbow flag. I mean, I think especially my speech. Hate to say it. I hate to sound selfish here, but I truly believe that my speech really saved the day, because don't call me selfish in this video, please don't, because I truly do believe that, look, my speech really hit the ball out of the park, because, and I'm gonna go ahead and read you guys my speech real quick here. So I'm gonna let's see here. No, it's not that one. Okay, here we go. So here's my speech. So I'm gonna go ahead and read to you guys real quick here. So on my notes app, I'm gonna be reading my speech to you guys, okay? So, dear Melanie Burkholder, proposing to fly NRA flag, Confederate flags, is unacceptable. We, the people of Carlsbad, have never been this mad at a city council member. Why are you upset over rainbow flag? The rainbow flag represents love and respect and unity. The Confederate flag and the NRA flag represent hate and bigotry and hatred towards one another. Is that what you're wanting? You want us all to hate each other? I grew up here and lived here all my life, and well, for the rest of my life. And we, the people of Carlsbad, don't ever want to see a Confederate flag and or an NRA flag be flown outside of City Hall. Also, Melanie Burkholder, either resign now or we, the people of Carlsbad, will recall you. You, ma'am, don't represent Carlsbad at all. Thank you. So that is my speech, because, look, that's basically what it means. So what I'm trying to say is that what these flags mean is exactly that. It represents hate and bigotry and hatred towards one another, and is that what she wants for all of us in Carlsbad to do, is to hate one another all the time or at all? I don't think so. I do not think so. And so that is what I'm trying to get at, is that, look, Ms. Burkholder is somebody who is, I know we're going off track here, but this all revolves in politics, right? Because this is a political video here. And so what I'm trying to get at is that, look, Ms. Burkholder does not represent Carlsbad. And so she is somebody who we do not want at all. We didn't want her in the first place when she was running, and we don't want her now from the beginning when she got elected, and we still don't want her now as she's still sitting in that chair. We do not want Melanie Burkholder anymore. She has done so much damage from the get-go, from the beginning of her start of, her being on city council representing District 1. Okay, so she has done so much damage no matter what. And proposing the idea of wanting a a Confederate flag, NRA flag. I mean, come on. And I guarantee you that Mike Curtin would have done the exact same thing. So what I'm trying to get at, guys, is that look, if we would have had Mike Curtin on city council, I mean, if we would have had Mike Curtin as our mayor, he would have done the exact same thing. He would have brought up the same thing that Ms. Burkholder's brought up, because Mike Curtin, guess what? That picture that we all found on Instagram somewhere, that all of us that are legitimate, real Democrats here in Carlsbad, we did a lot of homework. Because look, the only two options that we had to vote for our mayor is Keith Blackburn, Republican, who is, by the way, who has been on city council for decades, and two, we those of us that are Democrats, we've come to like him in some ways, and he's done a lot of good things in his community, in the community, outside of politics, from what I've read, and from what I've read about him on his website. And so, and the thing is, and we'll talk about Keith Blackburn in a separate video, but what I want to get at is that, because you can read their bio on the city of Carlsbad, a website. And so we'll do that in a separate video, because I'm being picked up in an hour, so I got to get ready. But anyway, so let's go ahead and continue reading real quick here, because I have to get ready. What I'm wearing right now is what I don't want to wear to the event. I'm gonna change into some nice pants and these new shoes that I have on. And so yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and continue reading on. So Jen Lewis writing to Diane B saying, also voting for people based on the one issue, while there are many issues we face today, doesn't make sense to me. Can't support anyone belonging to a political party's policies, oppose climate change, and support oil companies to continue melting our planet, women's reproductive rights, the Endangered Species Act, and many other policies. The housing issues in California are decades, if not a century, in the making. Policymakers are trying to find solutions to change a century's worth of proliferation of single-family homes and bedrooms communities for the middle class and wealthy, with the working class and poor being left with no housing options. I hear people saying, essentially, if they can't afford it here, too bad for them, so we need caregivers. While it says, so until we need construction workers, until we need grocery clerks, until we need people to mow our beautiful lawns, we are where we are today because of the historical attitude of white middle class. I am a white middle class person. Communities that don't want those people in my neighborhood. So all the anti-housing people, what is your solution? Let's hear it. If you've got some good ideas, I'm all ears. So basically, Jen Lewis is saying that Tyra Druckenmiller writes, I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Diane B writing, Robert Nichols and Steve Misch never got an answer from him about if this lifelong Carlsbad resident collected unemployment in Ohio. They asked him several times. So let's go and click on that and read all about it. And also read these comments as well. So Anthony has votes. So Steve Misch comes to Bill saying, I would still like an answer. Please, are you the guy here with an unemployment claim in Ohio? Robert Nichols, wow, this is the same Kevin Sabilico. I've asked Kevin Sabilico several times. And then, so let's read the comments real quick. You can read this yourself, pause and read if you want to yourself. So Kyle Brights writes, Kevin moved to Ohio temporarily for work during the election. If it's routine for anyone who works on federal campaign to relocate for the job. Diane B to Kyle Bright saying, Kyle Bright, it is what it is. UMB contingents speaking for their pal in a Facebook group that doesn't change facts. Kyle Bright to Diane B writing sisters back and forth, Kyle Bright and Diane B. The fact that, so Kyle Bright saying, the fact that you use EMB as a uh, pejorative says far more about you than you think it says about me. And then Diane saying, didn't use it as a pejorative. If you consider it to be so, why would you use it in your profile? So yeah, there's that one. And then here's 26 replies here. 5 replies here, 16 replies here. Six replies here. So we're just gonna move. We're just gonna power through this. So where are we now? Okay, where we are. So lifelong Carlsbad our residents. Okay. Tyra writes, Oi. Kyle writes saying, as I already commented above, Kevin moved for a short time because of his job during the election. Not sure how that contradicts the statement about being a lifelong resident. Diane B. writing Kyle saying, guess he sends his pals to defend himself. The article says Central Ohio man. Kyle writes saying to Diane saying, Kevin and I hardly be described as pals, at best cordial acquaintances. It's just annoying seeing easily fact-checked falsehood get lobbed around. So news articles lie, but I believe you. Okay. So I have to get ready soon, but we're just gonna just read as much as we can, and then I'll take a picture of where we left off so I can read it when I get home later on tonight. Because my friend said that she has to stop somewhere to pick something up afterwards. So I'm not gonna be. I don't know what time to be home. Anyway, so let's go and just read as much as we can, get done, because I need to get ready. So real quick here. Let's see. Papers and channels get the things wrong to varying degrees all the time. Reporters and editors are human. Calling Kevin an Ohio man would be like calling me a Montanian man, because I spent a few weeks there visiting family every year. Zach already commented below that the actual unemployment forms list Kevin's address and residency as California, but you can also hold yourself to a higher standard and do your own homework. You can easily check any K-12 university records that are publicly available. The San Diego County Register of Voters records for Kevin's residency and voting history, NFPPC and FEC filings from Congress number 11 and Senator Blake Spear to see who was on payroll and obviously living in the district. We have enough venom and mud sliding in North County politics without you trying to add knockoff birtherism to the mix. So we're just going to stop it right there because I have to get ready soon. I have to get ready soon, guys. And so yeah, because I have to change my Apple Watch band. I have to change clothes and put my name badge on, because I'll put my name badge on before getting in her car. So but anyway, so I'll see you all in the next few videos. Love y'all. And stay tuned for part 2. So we're gonna go ahead and take a picture of this and let you guys know. I'll be at home at some point tonight. I don't know. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next few videos. And yeah, all right. Peace. Just gonna take a picture of this real quick. And this is where we're going to start out with part 2 later.